Okay, for the next few minutes, we're going to dive into one of the biggest questions you can ask yourself. And we're going to use Simon Sinek's Find Your Why as our guide. It's a really simple idea. It's not about what you do, it's about why you do it. And we're getting to the heart of that starting right now.
So let's just start with this question. I mean, really think about it. Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And I mean beyond the alarm clock, beyond needing that first cup of coffee. What's the real reason? It sounds simple, but for a lot of us, that answer is pretty tough to nail down. And that feeling, that sense of being a little adrift, that's the exact problem this book sets out to solve.
This quote from the book's foreword really just sets the whole tone, doesn't it? The whole idea is that fulfillment isn't some lottery prize for a lucky few. It's a right that every single one of us has. Just imagine waking up actually feeling inspired, feeling safe where you work, and then ending the day knowing that you contributed to something bigger than yourself. I mean, that's the goal.
So, okay, how do we get that fulfillment? Well, the book introduces this incredibly simple but really powerful framework called the Golden Circle. And really, it's a model for understanding our purpose. And it works by basically flipping our normal way of thinking completely upside down. At the very core of this circle, the absolute bullseye, is the most important part, the why. And let's be super clear here. This isn't about making a profit. That's just a result. Your why is your purpose. It's your core belief. It's the reason you or your company even gets out of bed in the morning. And this is where that flip I was talking about happens. See, most people, most companies, they start from the outside. They tell you what they do. We sell amazing computers. Then maybe they'll tell you how they do it. But the most inspiring leaders and brands, they do the complete opposite. They start from the inside and work their way out. They always, always start with why. Now, this isn't just a nice marketing idea. It's actually grounded in our own biology. When we talk about what we do, the facts, the figures, the features, we're speaking to the neocortex. That's the rational part of our brain. But when we talk about why and how, we're speaking directly to the limbic brain. And that's where gut feelings, trust, and decision-making actually happen. It's like a direct line to what really drives us. So it all boils down to this one incredibly powerful mantra. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When you lead with your belief, you're not just getting customers. You're attracting a loyal following of people who believe what you believe. Okay, so that's the whole theory behind it. Super powerful, right? But how do you actually find your why? Well, the good news is there's a practical, step-by-step process we can all follow.
So here's the thing. Your why isn't something you invent. It's something you discover. The process is kind of like panning for gold in the river of your past experiences. You gather up these specific stories and memories from times when you were at your absolute best. And then, ideally with a partner who can give you that outside perspective, you start to identify the common themes running through them all. Those themes, those are the little gold nuggets that will eventually form your why.
All right, so once you've found those recurring themes, those little nuggets of gold, the next challenge is to actually put it all into words. The whole goal is to distill all those memories and feelings into a single, powerful, and actionable statement. And the book gives us this beautifully simple format. It's basically a fill in the blanks. The first blank is your contribution. That's the action you take. And the second blank is the impact you want that action to have. This structure really forces you to be clear and make sure your why is focused on serving other people. So let's look at the author's own why as an example. The contribution is to inspire people to do the things that inspire them. And what's the impact of that? So that together we can change our world. See how that works? It's simple, it's actionable, and it's totally focused on the impact he has on others. That's the kind of powerful statement we're all aiming for. But here's the thing. Discovering your why is really just the beginning. I mean, it's a huge first step, but the real magic, the real change happens when you start living it. So let's talk about how you actually put that purpose into action. Your why becomes your own personal North Star. It's a filter you can run every choice through. Does this job opportunity actually align with my why? Does this new project move me closely to my purpose? It gives you this incredibly clear reference point for every single decision, helping you say yes to the right things and no to the wrong ones with total confidence. So here's how all the pieces of that golden circle really connect. Your why is the core belief, right? Well, it's brought to life through your hows. Those are your unique strengths, the principles you live by. And your whats, your job, your company's products, those are simply the tangible proof of your why. When all three are aligned, that's when you are truly living with purpose. And what's so cool about this whole concept is that it doesn't just apply to you as an individual. It scales. The book calls this idea nested whys, where your personal why can fit perfectly inside your team's why, which then serves the entire organization's why. And they don't compete with each other. They actually reinforce each other, creating this incredible, powerful sense of shared purpose. So we'll end this right where we began, with a question for you. The book provides the framework. The process is clear. The path from theory to action is all laid out. So the only thing left to ask is, now that you know how, what's stopping you?